You got what kind of music? Do you like music? Do you listen to music?
Yeah.
Like country music?
Like old country and old rock and roll. I don't
Yeah.
listen to no new shit.
Yeah, the new stuff's more like pop music or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I like the old classic country.
That's with me. That's what I got down here.
And classic rock?
No, I can listen to something depending on what it is.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just depending on what it is.
You watch television at all?
Oh yeah.
What do you watch?
Comedies
Comedy?
and the news channel.
The news channel.
Well, anyways, at the Chili
See?
Bowl, at the end of the tent, or at the end of the Coliseum, they got a tent down there that they fix food and for anybody who wants to go down there and eat and stuff. I think they charge a little bit, but not much. I mean, ribs and chicken and everything. But they got a TV camera down there, so we're down there watching the races, all the heat races and everything, the C's. Well, I'm sitting down there with Gary Bettenhausen and Jimmy Oskey. I don't know if a lot of you know Jimmy Oskey.
I remember him. He drove number 30 in USAC.
Well, and
He was from CRA.
Yes, CRA,
Yep.
absolutely. He ran out there. And, yeah, he was pretty famous out at Ascot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I sat there. Well, the next day we're up there, and Pernelli Jones, all of them was sitting up there just talking. I mean, all the IndyCar drivers, Jimmy Sills, a lot of the guys. Well, I'm sitting with Jimmy Oskey. I said, Jimmy, you don't know how cool it was for me to be sitting there with you. I said, to me, sitting listening to two famous race car drivers telling stories. Well, if you know Jimmy Oskey, he's a nut. Anyway, he looked at me, he said, well, that's just what I was thinking, he said. I mean, it was priceless, you know.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's you were sitting with Gary Bettenhausen too?
Yeah, and Gary and Jimmy Oskey and I was sitting down there talking.
Did you get along good with Gary Bettenhausen?
Mm-hmm, pretty
Yeah.
good. He was, like I said, in later years, he would be down there, and after we started beating him in the Silver Crown, because he was the man, then we kind of stepped into it, and then that's when I guess him and I became pretty good buddies.
Yeah, yeah. Gary Bettenhausen.
He was good.
Well, I mean, the whole Bettenhausen story is so cool. His dad, Tony, and the whole thing.
Yeah.
They went through a lot, that family.
Yes, they did.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, they said, you know, Mel to lose his arm and Gary to lose his arm, you might as well say. You know, and then Tony, what was the youngest one?
Tony Jr.?
Tony Jr., yeah,
Yep.
got killed in a plane crash.
Plane crash, yeah.
And that was with Jim McElreath's
daughter, yeah. So
Well,
Jim McElreath
daughter, yeah,
lost
yeah.
both his kids.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jr. and yeah.
Yeah.
And then his daughter in the plane.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But God, yeah, you're gonna have to come down one day. Maybe next time do it on Australia, because that's a whole nother deal.
Oh, I know. We
you
could
missed
do.
all of them.
I know. We could do a whole book on Australia.
Yeah, God, we had so much fun down there, and I went down there to learn how to talk on the PA, you know, because I never would talk a lot, believe it or not.
That's hard for me to believe.
I know, and I went down there, and nobody knew me, so I didn't care, and then after that, it was all downhill, I guess, you know.
That kind of groomed you for coming
yes,
back
it
to the
did.
States.
But you know, for the race car drivers today, when people ask to do an interview, if you say, well, did you like racing night? Yep. Or no.
Yeah, no.
You know, they want somebody that's going to tell a story with it. Well, instead of just saying yes and no, I would go along and say, oh man, I had a ball, especially in the third turn when I banged the wall, you know, and about crashed. You know, you just tell the story to go along with it. Well, what happens now, the guys in the press box or down the pits that want to interview you, they'll come up and they'll say, well, who are we going to go talk to, Hyde and Shield, or are you going to talk to Hewitt? You know, well, they're going to me just because they know they're going to get more of a interview.
Sure.
Well,
That's important.
So now the people up in the grandstand that's got the money, they're going to say, well, we're going to sponsor a race car, let's sponsor Hewitt. He gets a lot of attention. You know, and I didn't know that at the time, but just because I talked a lot like that, it come back and helped me as far as getting sponsored.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. You should teach it.
Well, yeah.
How to Tell a Story by Jack Hewitt.
It's the same thing about, you know, like I never realized it at the time, but everybody could go and just get new helmets every year, saying, you know, hey, you buy me a helmet at the end of the year, it'll be yours. You know, so people say, well, yeah, I'd do that, or a uniform, or whatever. They ought to have new stuff because the people that are a fan of yours would buy you a helmet just so they could have
it at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
That makes sense to me.
Well, I went one step farther, and I actually got a guy to check on the price for a brass wing sprint car, or non-wing, I guess it was, sprint car. And what I was going to do is when I passed away, is I'm cremated anyway. So I was going to have Jody go and just put ashes in that little sprint car. And then sell them for $250, you know? and now people say, well, I got a picture of Hewitt on the mantle. Bullshit, I got Hewitt sitting on the mantle. That's him in his ashes. Well, she wouldn't do it, but can you imagine a whole shelf of them at Knoxville?
Oh,
with
man.
the driver in them with all them sprint cars? I mean,
you could spread that out too. Just give them a little bit.
well, yeah, it don't have to be a lot, but, you know, until somebody starts abusing it and, you know, sells 500 of them when there's not that much ashes, you know, but. Yeah, she wouldn't do it. She said, well, I ain't gonna do that.
That's funny.
But I just think, you know, I mean, what a conversation piece.
No kidding. Hewitt on the mantle, for real. Sorta.
Just not letting everybody, I'm not gonna fade away quietly into the sunset.
And nor should you. What is the rest of the summer hold for you now that you're up here? Do you go over to Eldora every time they race, or?
Yeah, well, we're going down to Charlie Swartz Classic. And then we'll come back up and we got the Silver Crown race at Eldora that my nephew's racing in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after that's the Hewitt Hampshire Classic. And then we got the Dream, or the King's Royal.
And you go to all those?
We do quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got our new shirts. Well, we ain't got them yet. We're getting new shirts made.
Oh, really?
So
you're still making the shirt, huh?
Yeah,
that's
well,
cool.
People just want them, and
that's great.
And it's kind of a deal back in time, so
no,
we'll be
I love
trying
it.
to sell them a little bit.
They're like retro almost,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be Gussie. It's gonna be at the dirt car.
Ooh, cool. Well, when you go to Eldora, do you like go up in the box and watch, or do you hang around in the pits? Or?
I sit in the third turn. We just got the best. If we go to the pits, we'll go down for a little while.
But you go up and watch.
Oh yeah, we sit in the third turn in the open. We don't go in the press box.
Yeah, if I'm at Eldora, I don't want to be stuck in the hole. I want to be up where I can see.
Yeah, that's right. And third turn's got good all the way around just about, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. I think it's neat that Stewart, typically, he's got a big show, he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, he grades the track, doesn't he? That's amazing.
He does a lot.
He's an amazing story. And you were left-handed, weren't you?
Yeah.
I wonder how many autographs you've signed, what that number would be.
I guarantee at Indy, we signed more than all the other 32 drivers combined.
I believe that.
I was outside signing autographs the whole time. I mean, she was sitting there selling shirts and we was selling signing autographs.
I like your signature. I wonder what the number, if there's some way you could, there's no way to figure it out how many autographs you signed, but it would be interesting to know what that number is.
Yeah, well, it'd be unreal.
It's got to be like in the hundreds of thousands.
I have to think so. Do you want that signed, or you want that man upstairs to sign that one when you get there?
Oh, no. Well, when I get there, sure, but before I get there, yes, I want you to sign it.
Well, like that, we took it to the couple preachers to have all them decals. We changed them all to the Bible. Anyways, we gave them to a couple preachers and they couldn't do it, so we took and Jody and I did it probably in half hour, 45 minutes.
Really?
With, you know, where we changed them all to mean something else.
Do people, like when you're at Eldora, do people still want you to sign their shirt and sign this or sign that? You still get that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot of places we go.
Let me conversations with AJ Foyt, yes?
Yeah. Well, I told him when I went, Mr. Hunt and I were trying to get a ride. We was out at Phoenix sitting in his truck. And I said, I'm just now learning how to get down on my knees and kiss your guys' ass to drive one of these cars. I said, but now you guys are turning around. I said, I ain't kissing nobody to drive one. He just started laughing, shaking his head.
AJ?
Yeah. He's just another guy to me. I mean, I was trying for his ride, but not that much. He just started laughing.
I bet
I tell you who we talked to more than anybody, and we went up to the house, Ryan Newman.
Yeah?
Yeah, God, back in the day, he wouldn't talk to nobody. And today, he just wants to be one of the boys, I mean, he hangs around with the dirt racers and everything. Pretty cool.
Yeah. You were saying that's your dad in that car,
That's
right?
my dad, yeah.
But that was also your first race car?
That was my first race car, yeah. Dad don't have his goggles up then or nothing. He's badass.
Where was that at?
Well, I think Lima, but I'm not for sure.
Wow. Your first race car was a car your dad drove?
Yeah, in the 60s.
In the 60s. Wow.
That's it too.
That's the same car. Is that your dad?
Yep.
That is cool.
They made a little stub tail in the back. It was a cute little car. I like that when they did. Changed the roll cage.
Oh, skinny tires.
Yeah.
It's a wonder anyone lived through it.
Yeah, it ain't no lie. I think his name. That's my first car.
Who is that? Your dad?
That's Dad still, yeah.
Wow, and that's your first car.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's neat.
Me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
In the STP shirt?
Yeah.
Whoa. And that's your dad.
That's Pop, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Go backwards, 2.
Yeah.
1. There, right there. Oh,
Oh,
one
yeah.
too many. That one. That's your dad.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Lima. That's their
Is that
brothers.
Lima? That's
That's
the
their
nickel
wrecker and their car and everything, yeah.
That's a cool.
And that was right after he lost his eye.
God, I can't believe he drove without an eye.
Yeah. And won. Eldora and Lima.
Go.
And Finley.
Wow. Go forward one. That's a cool shot. I like that.
Yeah, that's my first race car right there.
That's it.
That's it,
But
yeah.
that's your dad at the.
Yeah, at Plant Field in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, that's the Tampa Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still ain't found the one.
That's a cool shot. What's that? What is it? Is it called Hobart Arena?
Hobart Arena, see, Hobart Welders was made right here in Troy.
Oh, really? That's where that's
The
from.
brothers, Hobart Brothers.
Hobart Welders is from Troy?
From Troy, Ohio. And
I didn't know
the
that.
welding school's still here. But Hobart Manufacturing was, the Hobart Brothers, one had manufacturing, which did all the plant, you know, the blenders and all that stuff. And then Hobart Welders had the welding rod, the rod plant still in Troy too.
Oh,
See, we got a grocery store out here on the other side of town. Marsh's was the first grocery store in the world to have the barcode that they scan.
Really?
First one that did that, and then the guy that invented the Fuzzbuster,
Yeah.
he was from Troy. The guy that invented, well, now went through DuPont unfortunately, but the guy invented Teflon was right from here at Pleasant Hill, 8 miles away.
Wow.
I mean, just all right in this area, they've been pretty. And then the Waco Plains, you know, for World War II,
Yeah.
they was made right here in Troy.
I mean, I have been all over Ohio, and this is the first day I've ever been in Troy, Ohio.
No kidding, that's unreal.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm impressed with the town. The downtown area. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's nice.
They fixed it up. They're
They have.
doing it up and made it for bikers and all that stuff now, but it is still a pretty cool little town, you know.
It is. It is. I really like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, if you got any other questions, just give me a call. You
I
know
sure
my-
will. I sure will. I
I'm
thank
not
you
out of
so
wind
much.
yet.
Not out of wind yet. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. This has been a real treat for me.
Public speaking and for the 8th grade without us ever telling him or anything.
You took public speaking?
No, he's going to.
Yeah, he's going to. That's what it said.
He's going to. Are you ready for that public speaking? Are you? Well, you're a good talker. You like to talk. You ought to be pretty good at it. Not-
I don't know.
Oh.
He said he was going to learn to that.
Well, you know what? That's probably one of the best classes you could ever take because
For him, without it.
you're more valuable in the workplace when you get older if you're comfortable with speaking in front of other people. Companies look at that as like an asset, like a real, something in your favor. So you should get good at it.
And I tell everybody, just don't ask me a question you want to know the answer.
I already knew that coming
You
in.
be careful of the answer. The question, I'll be careful of the answer.
Do you have any aspirations of racing yourself?
Yeah.
You do? You know, that racing's expensive, Mr. Hewitt.
That's what everybody said. I said it's more expensive than drugs and twice as addictive. You can't break that habit. I mean, drugs has got a drug to get off of racing or off of drugs. Racing, when you're old, you got nothing.
You
It's
got
cold
nothing.
turkey.
It's just cold turkey.
Oh man, it's terrible.
How bad do you miss it?
Oh, terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, heck, it's just, I mean, I'd do it today if I was capable. If I was still healthy, I'd still be racing.
Oh, I believe that
I mean,
100%.
a lot of people think I can't win, I'm not going out. No bull crap. I'm still going after that adrenaline rush.
Yeah. I mean, Schrader's still is winning with his dirt modified at
Yep.
66.
You just gotta adjust and go with something that you're capable
Sure.
of winning in.
What prevents you from doing it now? Is it mobility with your arm?
Yeah, my arm and my leg, you know.
Okay. If you didn't have that, you'd still be racing. I know
The
it.
problem I got now, I got them rods in my neck. I mean, don't bother me. I'm not afraid to die at all. But it's kind of cheating them. So if I drive
Yeah.
a crash, I die. I don't get hurt no more.
Y-
I just die.
I
And
gotcha.
I hate to rip him off. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'd rip the whole world off.
Yeah, so we're hanging out a little bit longer.
All right. I'm glad to.
I run my mouth down instead of a race car.
Well, you were pretty good at that too, huh?
I've gotten better with age.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much
All right,
to all
you
of
have a
you.
good day.
Yes, thanks. I really appreciate your time
If you got
today.
any more questions, just give me a call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of views.
All right.
History Mystery Man. That's where all my stuff is. Thank you all. Appreciate it. See you guys. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Good.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, I'm gonna have a small hot latte. Do
Okay.
you have something like that?
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want any flavor in it?
Oh, do you have any honey I could put on the side, maybe, or,
I could put something in, like a little cup.
like real honey,
Yeah, we have real honey.
freshly squeezed from bees? No, no. Hey, how do you like Troy, Ohio, anyway?
I love Troy. Yeah, born and raised here.
Really?
Yeah.
This is my first time ever here. I'm super impressed. I went
Okay.
the beautiful
Well, welcome.
courthouse and the roundabout.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, I love the community feel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Toledo,
Oh, okay.
so I'm just here for the day. So thought I'd get a quick caffeine fix.
Sure.
Have you ever
Yeah, well,
heard?
you came to the right place.
I know, I can tell. Do you have any idea how old this building is? Old?
And-
Older than me?
Listen, I think you're about 29. So
Oh yeah, okay. All right, you saying all the right things. I so appreciate it. I can probably late 1800s. I don't want to keep any more of your time. Just one final question. Have you ever heard of Jack Hewitt?
Jack Hewitt.
Jack Hewitt. I'm just curious.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Should I?
Well, I'm here to interview him today. He's a race driver.
Oh,
He
okay.
finished 12th in the 1998 Indianapolis 500.
Oh, did
he?
he?
He was born and raised here. He still lives here.
Okay.
He's a champion race driver, sprint cars and midgets
Uh-huh.
and USAC and all that jazz. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Get on with your day here.
Oh,
I've
well,
taken
that's
too much of your
impressive.
time. They have good donuts here.
Yes, they do.
They do.